Hi everybody, this is Marty Whitney. Thank you so much for joining my Facebook Live today. We're going to do something not as long as the one the other day. I was really tired after that. I just did a little too much. I'm just kidding you. I'm going to turn some of this lighting off so it's a little more natural. This Facebook Live is coming to you from Shipshewana, Indiana. My husband and I full-time in our RV, and this is where we are for the next couple of weeks. We really enjoy our time in our coach, and this is just an awesome place to be, even though there are a lot of tourists. I am getting a lot of good ideas. But today, I wanted to show you what the finished product was from what I did the other day. I just happened to be wearing it, and this is going to be another one. This is a Tri-Mountain shirt. It's called Mystique if you're interested in looking at the model that Tri-Mountain makes. I find that it's a very comfortable fabric and very easy to take care of, even though I hand wash the shirts that I paint. But this is a chalk couture transfer if you're not familiar with it, and I am a chalk couture designer. The other thing that we did the other day, which I don't really want to do again, but I found this apple pillow. It's really a good back pillow. It's kind of a firm pillow, and it says, I know you can't see it because it's wrong side out and I don't know how to do that, but it says, "You're the sweetest." I'll use it as a pillow to just give me a little more support, but I don't think it's worthy of a class right now. So we'll just have to see. Maybe you can tell me some of your comments. It's cute. Apple teacher, you know, okay. But what we're going to do today is alcohol ink on a domino pendant. This is what it looks like right now, and this is the other side of the domino pendant, 11. So I'm going to show you some of the plot supplies, some of the supplies that I'm going to use today. For instance, I found this box of, I think this is Ranger, this is Tim Holtz, and it keeps all of my alcohol inks very nicely. If you don't have one of these, I found them at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Amazon, about the same price, but I love to use my coupon, of course. This is real good for keeping those inks together. I'm using 3 inks for each project today, and I'm only going to make 3, but I use an alcohol blend solution. I use 91% alcohol, not the kind you drink, and I'm going to pour my alcohol into a little condiment container. I found these at Dollar Tree and I love them. It doesn't waste it. I also use what you call a pipette to put my alcohol onto the domino or the project. And I've just got a couple of Q-tips in case I need them. And also I'm going to use a straw. Not a used one, came from somewhere, but I'm going to open it right now. I also have learned over the course of holding alcohol ink classes that you probably want to wear some gloves. The alcohol is washable, and also it's not only washable, but it does get into your cuticles, and that makes it hard to get out, so it kind of has to wear out, and that's just plain not looking good. So I'll wear these just for these projects. This is an example of alcohol ink and how it turns out. These are bookmarks that we made in one of our classes where I teach at Florida Grand Motor Coach Resort in Florida. And we've also done those at lots of other places. But yeah, I want you to see how pigmented the alcohol inks are. They're beautiful. And I have a couple of these. I'm kind of going to go backwards a little bit because I want you to see a couple of things that I've done. This is an example of an alcohol ink domino that's been painted, and it also, you can see from the shine that it has a little finish on there. I use 2 different things for the finishes. One, if I have time and I'm outside or whatever, I use a triple thick Krylon clear glaze, okay? And the other thing that I'll use is a Judy Kins diamond glaze, and that seems to be a lot faster. I can do this on the inside and it leaves a beautiful glaze. Alcohol blending solution, I think I brought that up. Now, to finish these, and that's what I'm going to do right now, is finish these, because I'll just be showing you the project and how to put the inks on there in just a second. But I simply have a bail, just a jewelry bail that I got from, and here's the hole. I got these from Amazon, but I could have gotten it from, you know, a number of places, but this was Amazon, and I just get them in a quantity. I use E6000 glue, and I'm going to put just a little tad on here, and when you put them on, when you put the bail on the domino, you just kind of hold it for a second, and it's going to dry just like that, and I have about a 24-inch chain that I finish them off with. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you again how I did this. I've got about 8 of these that I haven't completed. I've just been working on whenever I had a chance, and so I'll do the alcohol inks and then later put on the bails, and they're ready to go. They're nice little gifts to give to someone. And the latest class that I had was a lot of fun, and it was a class that could be done in just a short amount of time, and that's what I liked about it, because I was working on a schedule. Okay, take another bail, put the E6000, just a tad on it, and it's going to be over here drying. You just kind of situate it to where it looks like this. On the back, on the front, it's like this. I've just decided not to do all over. It didn't really make a difference whether I put alcohol ink all over the domino. It doesn't matter. People love to see, oh, that's a domino. That's a domino. And Maureen, remember this? Do you remember doing this? So I've got 2 left, and I'm out of dominoes. But what's nice about this project is when it's finished, and this is one that was in a kind of an antique bronze. I put a little embellishment on it. It looks a little bit like an old time, what do you call those things? You know what I'm talking about. They used to have bracelets, but anyway, like an Egyptian charm, okay? But I've got things like feathers. You could put a pearl on there also, or just leave it plain. It's just really nice. This is the example of the chain that I got. It's one of those that shouldn't be tarnishing. Another project that I could recommend, I've got one more bail I just found. I'm going to glue it while you're here. And you see, this is something that you could do with your grandchildren or your children. Of course, they need to be supervised somewhat because of the alcohol or whatever, spilling it, and just kind of some supervision somewhat. Not much. I also do these. I don't know whether you can see them real well, but this is like a glass, the thing you put in the garden thing that you get at Dollar Tree. And I put a bail on these, and then I will take one of these bracelets. People love to get this. I've got some other styles of bracelet charms, of bracelets also. And it just gives, it's a real nice little gift. And I could put a pearl or another charm on this, and it really dresses it up a little bit more. So I don't do this very often because we are in our motorhome, and we're kind of like little gypsies. This is my rolling art studio, by the way. I just kind of started calling it that, and it works out for me, but not for my husband. He's very helpful though. Okay, so continuing on, I'm going to put just a little bit of 91% alcohol in this little condiment dish. Don't need much. Not going to use much of anything. And these alcohol inks will last you forever. Now I've got my straw, I've got my dip, straw, and this is what I'm going to do to blow the alcohol around on the Domino, and then I'm going to be mixing it up. Okay, so we're going to take a plain Domino. I think I'll just use one right now. And these kind of get hard to open. Sometimes I have to use pliers. So I'm just going to put a drop on here. The other thing is, because you're working with alcohol, it dries very quickly. So that's why it's another reason why it's a fast. See, I'm just going to blow it around, and then I'm going to take a yellow. And I'm going to put a yellow in, just one drop of the yellow. It doesn't matter, I could put, but a little goes a long way around here. Okay, and then I've got some raspberry, kind of a strawberry raspberry, and I'm going to put it on there. So you don't really have to worry about where you're putting it. Just don't apply too much, or it just makes an ugly pendant. Okay, this is the result of what I've been blowing around. Not pretty, but I'm going to make it pretty. Okay, I'm going to take one of my pipettes, and I'm going to drop some alcohol around and still blow it. This is what it looks like whenever you start putting alcohol around it. Now, I could just kind of do this and let my hand just kind of, or just let it glide all over the place until I have it where I want it. Or another thing that we can use is the alcohol blending solution. The alcohol blending solution to me is a little like alcohol. To me, it doesn't do a whole lot more. Okay, but I'm going to put some more yellow on here because I just see that that's going to be a real nice addition to this. And I'm going to put some. The other thing that I've learned in doing this for such a long time is that it isn't how much you put on here. I mean, really. And you just kind of let it make its own design. I can go back here or leave it. And right now, it's really a pretty design, just like this. But what I can do is, I can take my finger and just kind of fill in around the sides. Sometimes I use a paintbrush, but with the glove on, it does just the same thing. So you've really got a very pretty. Where are we? I hope you can see this. Okay, very pretty. I'm very happy with the outcome of that. And I'm not going to do anything else to it right now. I may come back and do something later, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to be using a yellow, or this is kind of a mustardy color. Could be the same color that I used before. And I'm going to use a green. You can see I'm just blowing it around. Let me see if I can get this. Jaded. Just really hard to see that area. I just want to use my pipette Put a little bit of alcohol on here. Kind of, this is going to be a different design than the other one. They're very unique. Anybody who's watching and there doesn't seem, Maureen! Okay. I have a concentration of alcohol down here that I'm going to blow around. And then I'm going to put some more green on here to darken it up just a little bit. This one, you can't do it with your pendant. Okay, this one is going to take the appearance of being an emerald or marble. So I'm going to put I want to put a little more green on there, and it's already just doing some beautiful this is pretty just like it is. Let's see. I don't even want to touch my camera because it might, you know. I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and just kind of change the appearance just a little bit. Is a really pretty, it looks like a stone, but this is what your finished product is going to look like with the bail and the chain. So it's really a very nice gift. Now when you spill alcohol over the table, that's unacceptable. Going to wipe that up. Thank goodness I had those paper towels from before. Now what I like to do is I'll make a couple of these at a time, and then I've got them ready for gifts, gift giving. And if you came in, just want to show you what I've done. This is the final alcohol ink pendant, and it's a domino on the other side, and putting that alcohol out here on my glue. Oh, that was a one that wasn't dry. Okay, I'm going to move these over here. This is one of the chains, and I'll just get like a 24, 27, maybe a 30 inch, because that would probably look the best on a pendant that you wear of this size. It isn't really heavy. The only other thing that I can say is, whoops, and my hand is sticking to that glue, is that I will usually buy these by the 1,000. Maybe it was 100. If I had 1,000, I might have some left now. I'll do it in really bright colors like a hot pink or royal blue, and then put the gift inside the bags, and they're awesome for that. You know, I noticed my camera is delayed. I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know how to fix it, but it could be all of the stuff that I did to it before I started filming this live. I'm going to check it out though, and thank you for telling me about that. I'm going to do one last domino pendant. Let me touch this and see if it makes any difference. Thanks for staying on, and it's nice to see you, Sharon and Peggy. And guess what, Maureen? There is someone here who has a peace pole outside their RV. I'm going to show you these peace poles. Maybe I can get pictures and post them on my Artitude Adjustment. This was a project that we did at Florida Grand And I got sick, like pneumonia, right in the middle of it. So we did it, but we finished it, but I didn't get to do everything on it that I wanted. Okay, hi Rhonda. So this is I finished 2 of these. This is one. They're beautiful. This is the opposite side of it. See, it doesn't matter if it has any alcohol ink on it. This is the second one, different color scheme. And then this is a completed one with a bail on it. And see how shiny that is? Thank you for pointing out, though, about the delay. I wish I knew what was going on there. Okay, I'm going to do a blue one now, because blue and yellow always turn, or blue and green, always turn out to be one of my favorites. Just blow it around on the straw, with the straw. Like I said, it dries very quick, and then you can start manipulating this with a little bit of alcohol, not the kind you drink. So, like I said, this is a project you could do with children. And I'm going to take my pipette. These are also accessible or can be bought from Amazon. And I think I got my last ones at Hobby Lobby over in the fine art department. I had someone in my class last week that put one color on, and that was all they wanted. Now, another thing that I use that is, this one is made by Ranger, but it's a spray. And sometimes if I see, you know, that it would look better, just that I think it would look better, then I do this. Hey Kay, hey Kay, are you snorting again? Yes, I am. So, I'm going to, oh, I see, that's what you meant, me blowing the inks with the straw. Yeah, and I always tell everybody, these straws have not been used before. I take my unused McDonald's or Wendy's or whoever I'm at and just put them in my purse, and then I've got enough for a class. This is black. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'm going to move my others so they're not. Okay, now I'm not going to blow this, but it gives it the, yeah, I'll blow it. Snorting, that's funny, Kay. And then I'll take my finger and just rub it along the edges to smooth that out. This one is a little bit darker because of doing that. And I'm kind of at a disadvantage because my light source is coming from over here. You're sideways to me. And every time I turn the phone, you flip the opposite way. Isn't that crazy? Because it's straight up to me. So this is an example of Facebook challenges, because is anyone else seeing it sideways? Let me know. So we'll just have to keep our eye on that one. All right, now I have one that I think is dry enough that I'm going to show you the diamond glaze on here. We're just going to use this one because it's easier, it's faster, and I'm not going to spray inside or my husband would go bonkers. And he should. And all I'm going to do is kind of move this around. It dries very fast. It's a jewel-like finish. Goes off the side, that's okay. We're finishing off these side ones, and then I'm just going to put it where it can dry in peace. This is what it looks like. You like that? I'm sideways. That's crazy. Okay. You learn something every day. I'm sideways. I'll have to figure that one out. And I'm going to do this one with, this one is just calling. It's too dark. So this is what it looks like now. And I'm going to take my straw. Straw. It's going to take this. And I'll put more alcohol on it. I'm just going to let it dry and run. So anyway, I really do appreciate you looking at me sideways. I'm honored that you looked at this today, and I hope that if you see my Artitude Adjustment page that you will follow me. Thank you all. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I hope you'll see the next one. Next time, I think we'll do Enjoy the Journey again, but on another shirt. Thank you all. And now I've got to take off my gloves so I can turn this off. Y'all have a great day.